Greetings and welcome to the Our Essence of Serenity's YouTube channel. And if you're listening, you're not listening, you're actually watching. I'm so used to doing just videos with just audio. But if you are watching us on Instagram and TikTok, welcome to you. And as always, a special welcome back to our OEOS Tribe. If I'm looking everywhere on my screen but the camera, forgive me. I'm recording on my tablet. And whenever my tablet is out, it's just the automatic thing for me to just look at the screen. I'm so used to just looking at the screen. But I like to go ahead when I do my videos and just dive right into the topic. So one of the things that I'm going to hit on today, and I'll actually eventually do a video going more in detail with this topic, but I wanted to address trauma. And in me addressing trauma, let me put this out here. A lot of times we don't like to acknowledge things that stem from something negative because we feel like it's us minimizing who and what we are. It's us discrediting ourselves. And it's actually the complete opposite depending on how you tackle the issue. And what I mean by that is if you allow yourself to stay in a victim mentality, and if you utilize what happened to you as a, what's the word I'm looking for? As an excuse versus you acknowledging that such and such happened to me. And yeah, certain things that I do may stem from that, but it's something that I'm actively working on. There's a difference. You can't fix something that you don't acknowledge even exists. And a lot of times we feel like, oh, because I survived this traumatic experience, you know, I'm able to go on and live life. Yeah, I have bad experiences, but who don't? But I also have had good experience since the traumatic situation, so I'm not still traumatized. And that's not necessarily the case. Things that happen to us is based off of energy. It affects us energy-wise. So just because you survived the situation, just because you were able to go on and live life, that doesn't mean that that energy still does not play a role when it comes to your path. Meaning certain choices and decisions that we make can actually stem from trauma. How we view ourselves can stem from trauma. How we allow other people to treat us can stem from trauma. So a lot of times people will be like, why do I keep finding myself in this situation? Why is it that I don't have the best view when it comes to myself? Like I view myself in such a negative way. And regardless of what other people say, regardless of the compliment and the praises that other people give me, I can't see it for myself. Sometimes, and I'm not trying to say all the time, but sometimes that can stem from a traumatic experience that you've experienced. So now the question can be, well, how do I know what I experienced was traumatizing? Like I can't remember. Sometimes situations just happen. There's a lot of things that happens in life that can be traumatizing. It can. Like a lot of times we like to write things off as, oh, that was just something bad that I experienced, or that was just life. No, that was traumatic. And not trying to say that you should, because sometimes it can feel like, okay, by me acknowledging that it was a traumatic situation or that I've been traumatized, I don't want to play the victim mentality. And if you are acknowledging it and you're acknowledging it in a way of, okay, let me acknowledge this so that I can heal from it, and so that moving forward, I can make better choices and decisions. I can view myself in a more positive light. Then you're not allowing yourself to play the victim role. You're actually allowing yourself to grow. You're allowing yourself to reach your fullest potential. You are allowing yourself to live in your purpose. So when it comes to trauma, it can be a thing of you experience something that you either intentionally or you unintentionally forgot about. You can't remember. It's a suppressed memory. So 2 ways that I'll suggest for you to try to remember Because once again, you can't heal something that you don't acknowledge. And it's hard to acknowledge something that you don't even remember. You don't even know that it happened. When it comes to your conscious mind, but your subconscious mind remembers, which is why it still affects you on your path without you consciously remembering. But two things. One is, regardless, I mean, depending on your faith, what you believe in, God, whatever it is that you believe in, go to that source and ask that source to reveal it to you. But in asking the source to reveal it to you, ask that you are prepared to receive it, because sometimes stuff is not revealed to us and is not meant to be revealed to us in the moment, or I believe sometimes ever, because it can be too much. And it can do the complete opposite of moving you forward and moving you into a positive direction. But ask the source, and I say the source because everybody believes in different things and have different titles for it, but I believe it all ties into the source. Ask for it to be revealed to you. And don't try to force it. Don't try to sit down and remember piece by piece. Like, okay, let me remember this with my life. Let me remember when I was this age. Don't do that. Just ask about it and keep going, keep living life. It's either going to be revealed to you in a dream. It may be revealed to you through a memory. It may be revealed to you through something that someone else says. Another one, you can actually do both of these things together. But another way is asking yourself certain key questions. How do I feel about myself? How do I feel about my life? How did I feel about myself when I was a kid? What was the overall vibe when it comes to my childhood? Would I go back and relive my childhood? Would I go back and relive my adolescence, my 20s, my 30s, 40s, 50s? And with that, as you're asking yourself, that's going to lead to more questions. It's going to lead to the why. Now, asking yourself these questions, don't nitpick with yourself. Don't do that. It's kind of like sitting down, and one of the words that two words that I've been using this year, but one of them apply. One is intentional. And I guess, it can tie into this being intentional with healing your trauma. But another word is being gentle. So be gentle to yourself. It's just like if someone else came to you, say if you're a parent and you have a child and your child is coming to you asking questions because it's something that they're dealing with. I can only hope that you be gentle with them. So be gentle with yourself. Don't make yourself feel uncomfortable with well, why would you feel that way? Why do you say that? Just ask yourself questions. And as you're asking yourself questions, it's like an onion. You're peeling back the layers and layers. And you may get, if not in that sit down with yourself, at some point, if you continue to check in on yourself and have these conversations with yourself, you may get to not just the trauma that happened, but the root of it all. The root of it. And with that, you're able to actually heal from that trauma. You're able to accept it for what it is, heal from it. And for me, one of the most effective ways for us to start viewing ourselves in a more positive light and viewing our circumstances in a more positive light is the reassurance from self. Have you ever been in a situation, or you're experiencing something or going through something emotionally, and other people, even those that you're close with, and they mean well and that it's genuine, they can say something, and either in the moment it makes you feel better, or it doesn't really do anything for you at all. It's because what sticks is what you tell yourself. It's just like how you can go to church and you just feel on top of the world when you leave church. You go home Sunday and you still feel on top of the world. Monday come and you feel like you did on Saturday, or you feel like you did on your way to church. It's because it's what's in us that allow those things to actually stick and have a place to manifest. So if you can't say it to yourself, then someone else saying it to you is either only going to be a temporary fix, or it's not going to have a place to go, because you've already created in your mind how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the situation. So when it comes to you healing from your trauma and viewing yourself in a more positive light, being more particular about how you allow people to treat you. If this person is treating you bad, well, you know your worth, so that's going to be a no-go or whatnot. But once again, it comes back to you. So only you can actually see how that trauma has impacted you and how you can take it and heal from it and live the life that you're supposed to live and make the choices and the decisions that you're supposed to make. So this video was longer than what I really like for my videos to be, but this is a very important topic, and I've had this conversation with several people, and I felt like it's something I needed to come on and address with my OEOS tribe. But like I said, I do want to eventually do a video that goes more in detail at some point. So I know this went into a lot of detail, but I do want to eventually do a video that goes more in detail, because I feel like there's more for me to say when it comes to this topic. So at this time, I want to invite you to like this video. Maybe I'm looking at the camera. If I'm looking this way, I want to invite you to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share this video, because you never know who this message is meant to reach, and you don't want to get in the way of them receiving this message. Also, be sure to comment your thoughts down below. If I usually don't, I know I don't post personal things under people's comments, which I hardly comment on videos. So I'm not going to ask you to post what you've been through that has been traumatic, but maybe suggestions when it comes to helping other people, when it comes to them healing from their trauma, and even certain things that they can put into practice that can assist them while on the path of healing from their trauma. Also, be sure to check out our website, www.ouressenceofserenity.net, where we make high vibrational handcrafted jewelry. We also write blogs. We have so much stuff on our website that you can check out. And until next time, you all take care.